All right, welcome back into the kitchen. We're ready to make this sauce. I am excited about combining these ingredients.
Yeah, so it's all going to be done in the same pan. What I've done is clearly put a great sear onto that salmon. You can kind of see that sear line that I was talking about. So that's going to be a beautiful piece of salmon now that we're ready to put it onto our plate.
Okay.
So I'm going to save this pan here. Now, here is where we're going to develop our sauce. We're already at a good heat point. We've got a little bits of the salmon in the bottom here. That's called fond, right?
Yes, we love fond.
Very fond of fond. Yeah.
Fond of fond.
We're going to add some shallots to that.
Okay.
Now, the shallots, because of how hot that is, see that smoke points happening right now?
Yeah.
Because of how hot that is, it's going to really soften up these shallots super fast.
Okay.
The thing about shallot, it's almost going to kind of disintegrate, so it's going to really make a great sauce. Okay?
I love shallots. Don't you like shallots better than onions, or do you not?
I do. I actually prefer shallots. It's a little bit more subtle of a flavor, and it does disintegrate, so it almost melts in your mouth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't get like that
That's
bite,
what I like
kind of
about
that
it.
chunk
You're
of
not
onion.
feeling like you're chewing onions.
Exactly right.
Yep.
What I have here, Megan, is a grapefruit. Packed with a lot of great nutrients, vitamin C, very high in vitamin C, a lot of good antioxidants, which vitamin C is also an antioxidant.
Yeah.
I've got 2 grapefruits in here. One is just the segments. The second is the juice. And we're going to go right on top, just like that.
This is going to be good. I love, like, the tart. You know, there's nothing better than tart grapefruit.
Completely agree with you.
Okay.
On top of that, we're going to add a little honey. Okay. Now, the sweetener is going to be about a tablespoon of our honey. Nothing really more than that, because we don't want this to get too sweet, and we don't want to have too high of a sugar content.
Right.
One thing we do like about the honey, though, is that it is natural. Right?
It's a healthier
and it's also
sweetener.
healthy because if you get a good hearty honey, or if you go to our friends at Salt and get like the raw honey, it's got a lot of anti-allergy properties, helps you to build an immune system.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Especially this year, as kind of everybody's battling the cold
Battling the
and flu.
allergies, kind of a lot of that nonsense. Let's get some honey into our diet, right? Use honey as your preferred sweetener.
So this is a way to do it in sort of a, a non-traditional way, something you wouldn't think about.
Easy, right?
That's awesome.
The next part we're going to add to this is fresh ginger. Do you ever work with fresh ginger?
Okay, I have not worked with
Very high in antioxidant as well.
Okay.
But this is also good for your gut microbiome. And if you want to look up some Google gut microbiome, there's a lot of things happening with health today that are associated in the gut. We're going to start with ginger. Now, here's what you want to do.
Okay, I don't know how to do
this. Take this. It's very easy. Use the spoon to grate the skin off of our ginger. Yep, every piece of ginger. So you just want to do that. Now, I've already done one here, and I'm just going to take a regular cheese grater. If you got a microplane at home, you can do that. And I'm just going to grate some of that fresh ginger right into our dish here.
It's really easy.
We get about a teaspoon of that fresh ginger in there. A little bit more if you like a good ginger flavor, because it's going to make a great sauce.
Is it spicy? Is ginger?
It's not.
What is
so
it?
when you get, it's actually kind of sweet. If you get a good fresh ginger, it's going to be a little bit sweet. This is nothing like the pickled ginger that you get when you're having sushi.
Right, yeah,
Nothing like that. The fresh ginger, it's got a very powerful punch of flavor, but it's almost a sweet, sweet taste, okay? Now, our sauce here is almost done,
smelling really great.
So look at how good this is starting to look. The sauce is starting to really kind of thicken a little bit.
It thickened quickly.
It did, it did. But what we want to do at this point, we want to remove that from the heat, and we're going to put in some room temperature butter. Cold butter works well also if your sauce is pretty hot, okay? And we're just going to stir that in. Once our butter melts, we're going to be ready to plate.
So butter, obviously this is something you might want to stay away from in a large quantity, but just a little bit is okay.
Here's something we're seeing, Megan, and I'd love to get into the science of this. The saturated fat in a good butter is actually good for you. About 10 years ago, we saw a lot of science that was contrary to that. Margarine comes out, a lot of that nonsense. We're actually seeing the flip side of that now. Saturated fats are doing a lot for hormonal balance. They're doing a lot for actually fat oxidation, which helps you to reduce fat in your body. So cooking with actual butter versus margarine and a lot of like vegetable oils and things like that is actually going to be healthier for you and better for you in the long run.
All right, very interesting. We like that. We like that science. All right, we'll show you the plated presentation when we come back.